Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. My name is Toby, and I'm very excited to be telling you some stories today. So we'll go ahead and get started. We'll say hello by doing bread and butter. Everybody ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello. Wow. Super fast. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as high as we can. Hello. Good job. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as low as we can. Hello. Good job. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello! Good job. All right, the last one we're going to do softly, but we'll do the whole thing softly. Ready? Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as soft as we can. Very good. Can I see your hands? Ready? Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open them, shut them. Open them, shut them. Lay them on your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, creepy, creepy, creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open wide your little mouth, but do not let them in. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, just like this, this, this. Roll them, roll them, roll them, roll them. Blow a little kiss. Mwah! Very good, everybody. Okay, so today we have our alphabet up here on the couch and the board, and there seems to be a letter missing. It goes right there. A, B, C, D, E, S. S? No, not S. A, B, C, D, E. Oh, right here. F. A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm going to put that one up there. There's lots of cool words that start with F, like friends, and fun, and farms, and future. Well, today we are going to be listening to stories about ribbit, 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 frogs! Yeah, there's lots of good stories about frogs, and we will be telling them today. So, now that we have all the letters of the alphabet up on the board, then we can sing the alphabet together. Is everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Good job, everybody. I'm sure all of you sang along with that. All right. We are going to take down our alphabet letters. before we tell our stories, we are going to do our stretch. Ready? All right, big stretch out wide. Big stretch up tall. Give yourself a hug. Tap on your nose. Tap your knee. Pull on your ears. One more big stretch out wide. Big stretch up tall. All right, we're ready to get started. So, the first story I'm going to tell you is a Korean folktale called The Green Frogs. And it goes like this. Once upon a time, two green frogs boop, boop, lived with their mother. They loved her very much. Here's Mom. They loved Mother very much, but they never obeyed her. They always did the exact opposite of what she asked. So, when Mother Frog said, "Rise and shine, time to hop out of bed," the two frogs would snuggle deeper, deeper, deeper under the covers until you could just see the tops of their eyes. When Mother said, "Please sit down and eat your breakfast. I made duckweed soup, your favorite." Well, what do you think the frogs did? They started hopping around here and there. They did not sit down. Whee! And then when Mother said, "Very well, don't eat at all," the frogs sat right down and munched up all their food. When Mother said, "Let's clean up," the frogs jumped all around the house and left sticky footprints everywhere. All Mother wanted was a bit of peaceful time to read. All Mother wanted was for the children to happily hop around nearby, chasing flies. When Mother said, "Please play quietly for 5 minutes," the frogs started croaking loudly. "Goo-gay, goo-gay, goo-gay." Mother said, "That's not the correct croak. The correct croak is gay, goo, gay, goo, gay, goo." The children repeated it backwards again. Goo, gay, goo, gay, goo, gay. Mother sighed. She just said, "Well, whatever you do, please try not to get dirty." And what do you think the frogs did? They went right to the muddy end of the pond and whoosh, whoosh, splashed right in. And that's the way it went. Whenever Mother said one thing, the frogs did the exact opposite. One day, Mother was very tired. She wanted to rest on the sunny side of the hill. So she told her children, "Will you pull me in the cart to the shady side of the hill?" And the frogs thought for a second. They felt bad about never doing what Mother had told them. So they decided they would pull her to the shady side of the hill, just like Mother asked. Mother fell asleep in the cart, and the two frogs pulled her all the way to the shady side of the hill so she could have a nap next to the little river. Well, as Mother rested, the rain started to fall, and the frogs watched the stream rise. And it rose and rose and rose, and it threatened to wash their mother away. The two frogs felt so bad that what they did was started to croak the correct way. Gay go, gay go, gay go, please don't wash mother away. Gay go, gay go, gay go. Now, whenever it rains, the little green frogs sit by the stream and croak for their mother. Gay go, gay go, gay go, gay go. The end. Very good listening, everybody. I think now we can do a couple of songs to get moving a little bit. You ready? This one's really familiar. Ready? Last night and the night before, a lemon and a pickle came knocking at my door. I ran downstairs to let them in, and they threw me in the garbage bin. What? Last night and the night before, a chocolate chip came knocking at my door. I ran downstairs to let it in, and it threw me in the cookie tin. What? I can't catch a break. Last night and the night before, a big bullfrog came knocking at my door. I didn't go down to let him in. I fell asleep with a great big grin. All right, I'm up. I'm going to tell you some more stories. This next one is one of my favorite stories ever because it answers an age-old question. Why do frogs have big eyes? Well, I'll tell you. Long, long ago, all frogs had small little eyes, maybe as big as a peppercorn. But there was one frog who loved to sit and stare all day. Frog bragged about his staring. He said, "No one can stare as long as I can. No one at all." Well, the creatures of the pond heard this and said, "Let's stop Frog from bragging about staring. It's not very nice. Who of you can stare for a long time?" Well, Chipmunk came forward and said, "Well, I'll give it a try. I can stare for pretty long. I think I can take out Frog in this contest." Well, Frog said, "You'll blink first. I know it." And Chipmunk said, "Well, I will try." So Frog stared at Chipmunk, boop, and Chipmunk stared at Frog, boop, and Chipmunk blinked. Oh! Chipmunk had lost the staring contest. He did not beat Frog. Well, someone said someone else should try to beat Frog in the staring contest, so Rabbit came forward. And Rabbit said, "I'll try." Frog said, "You will blink first, I know it." Rabbit said, "Well, I will try. Are you ready, Frog? Let's go." So Frog stared at Rabbit, boop, and Rabbit stared at Frog, boop, and Rabbit blinked. Oh no! Rabbit had lost the staring contest to Frog. What were they going to do? It didn't seem like anyone could stop Frog from bragging about how long he could stare. When all of a sudden, Goldfish jumped up out of the pond and into a dish of water. And Goldfish said, "I will face Frog in the staring contest, and Frog will blink first this time. I can guarantee it." So, Frog stared at Fish, boop, And fish stared at frog, boop, and fish didn't blink. Frog opened his eyes a little wider, and stared at fish, boop, and fish stared at frog, boop, and still fish did not blink. Well, by this time, frog stared even harder at fish, and his eyes were getting bigger and bigger. He stared at fish with all his might. Fish stared back at frog, boop, and still fish did not blink. Frog stared even harder, and his eyes got even bigger, and fish just stared right back at frog. Well, at that exact moment, frog blinked. Oh, frog had lost the staring contest. All of the other critters of the forest were laughing so hard because frog had forgotten that fish don't blink. Frog sat still. His eyes were still really big, and his eyes stayed that big to this day. Frog also did not brag again either. The end. Good listening, everybody. All right. Well, I have a frog song I'd like to sing to you on my guitar here. We'll try and get through it. This is a counting song, so you can start with 5. We're going to start with 5 green and speckled frogs, and we'll count down, okay? You guys will get the hang of it. Ready? 5 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 green speckled frogs. 4 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 3 green speckled frogs. So we've got 3 frogs left. Ready? 3 green and speckled frogs sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 2 green speckled frogs. 2 green and speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is 1 green speckled frog. 1 left, 1 frog left. Ready? 1 green and speckled frog sitting on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. 1 jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no green speckled frogs. Good job, everybody. Good listening. All right. Well, we will go with our last story here. But before we do, let's calm ourselves back down a little bit. No, let's do a song first. This is a good one. You all know this one, the pirate song. Ready? When I was 1, I sucked my thumb on the day I went to sea. I jumped on board a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 2, I tied my shoe on the day I went to sea. I jumped on board a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 3, I tapped my knee on the day I went to sea. I jumped on board a pirate ship and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, Forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea. When I was 4, I shut the door. On the day I went to sea, I jumped on board a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." When I was 5, I danced and jived. On the day I went to sea, I jumped on board a pirate ship, and the captain said to me, "Oh, you go this way, that way, forwards, backwards, over the deep blue sea." Good job, everybody. All right. Can I see your hands? I have 10 fingers. They all belong to me. I can make them do things. Do you want to see? I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them tight and hold them just so. I can squeeze them tight. I can open them wide. I can wave them all around. I can make them all hide. I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them tight and hold them just so. All right, now we're going to get to our last story. This is a book. It's a little bit older, but the illustrations are fantastic, and it is called Better Move On, Frog. Better Move On, Frog by Ron Maris. There's Frog. Holes. Lots of holes. Which one shall I have? There's one in a pile of bricks, in a tree trunk, at the corner of the barn. Ooh. Better move on, Frog. This hole is full of badgers. There's another hole. What do you think it's going to be? Better move on, Frog. This hole is full of rabbits. Uh-oh, they're in the tree trunk now. 2 more eyes. What do you think it's going to be? Better move on, Frog. This hole is full of owls. They're at the corner of the barn. Better move on, Frog. This hole is full of mice. This one looks promising. It looks just like a house. I wonder who's in there. Better move on, Frog. This hole is full of bees. But look. Better move in, Frog, and wait for the hole to fill up. Just like all the other holes. See, Frog is there, and there's some tadpoles. The end. Boy, that was a happy one. I was hoping Frog would find a home. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for our story time today. But before we leave, we can dance our way out of here. We'll do Dance Any Way You Want To. This is an easy one to follow along with. Everybody ready? Dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. Stop when I say freeze. Is everybody frozen? I can't see you, but I think you're frozen. All right. Why don't we jump? Just a jump up and down. Ready? Jump any way you want to. Jump any way you please. Jump any way you want to. Stop when I say freeze. Did anyone freeze in midair? I don't know. That's okay. We'll fix it. Ready? Twist like this. Ready? Twist any way you want to. Twist any way you please. Twist any way you want to. Stop when I say freeze. Pretty good job. All right, why don't we, can we march? High knees, march. Do, 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 do. March any way you want to. March any way you please. March any way you want to. Stop when I say freeze. Good freezing, everybody. All right, we'll dance one more time. You ready? Dance any way you want to. Dance any way you please. Dance any way you want to. Stop when I say freeze. Good job, everybody. All right, well, thanks for watching Story Time today, and we will see you next time. Bye.